Hi everyone, I'm here. It's Lisa. I was trying to be all fashionable and this thing was choking me, so bear with me here. I am so glad that you're going to be here to join me tonight. I'm going to stall for a few minutes because I realize that there's a delay between when I talk and when you're actually hearing me. So even though it's 8 o'clock straight up and down on my clock, it might be not getting to you just yet. Just a reminder about Facebook Live. It's technology. Hi, Marion. I'm so glad you're here. We can lose you, and if we do, I'll come back, so hang on. And if you lose me, come back. You know, we're at the mercy of Facebook. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad that you're here. My voice is a little weird tonight. I'm struggling with something. I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or if it's sinuses or what. So I'm drugged up pretty good. And hopefully I'll get through this without gagging and coughing and all that. So please forgive me if I sound a little nasally because that's what's going on. We are cold here in Florida. Hi, Kathy. I actually have a nice long sleeve cable sweater. Hi, Christine from Minnesota. Boy, I guess I shouldn't complain that it's cold in Florida. We're supposed to get like in the mid 30s here tonight where I live, and I'm not really happy about that, to be honest with you. Hi, Vicki. Us Floridians, we like 1 or 2 days of getting cold weather just so that we can wear a sweater and our boots and then we're done. Hi, Cindy, Minnesota as well. There's 2 of you. I understand how cold it is there, and some of you are really snowed in, so I'm glad that you're joined me. Oh, I sound fine? Yay, Kelly, that's good to know. All right, I made a list of things to make sure I don't forget anything. I am so glad that you're here. Listen, if this is your first time, let me know that this is your first time. Some of you have been here for all of them, and I'm so grateful for that. And tell me where you're from. Hi, Francis O'Mara, California. Hi, it's good to see you, Fran. It's nice to see you. I've got a great project for you tonight. And not only do I have a project, I have another sample to go with it. And I'm going to give you a glimpse of studio stamps in the mail for January. The last day to order is tomorrow. And we've got quite a few people that have jumped on board because I put together a special bundle of product for this month. Hi, Casey. Hi, Terry. Hi, Alice. I love all these people that are just on here with me. I'm not alone. Yay. All right. So let's start with this. This is Stampin' Up's largest sale of the year celebration. It may be a mirrored image, and I'm sorry for that. And that's just Facebook. Sorry. The pages in here are loaded with free product. And if you don't know what it is, for every $50 you spend, you can choose something from this book for absolutely free. Yes, free. It's a great deal. It started on January 4th and it goes through March 31st. The other great thing is, I don't know if you know this, but if you shop with me, I have exclusive online ordering rewards. Not only do I give you frequent buyer points, but I also have a closed group Alive with Lisa, which is a much more extensive version of what we're doing tonight. I do numerous demonstrations. I give you a ton of PDF tutorials with alternate ideas for those projects, as well as prizes. I mean, everybody loves prizes. Hi, Chris. This is your 3rd time from Philly. It's so glad that you're here. Hi, Casey. Okay, so let me give you a quick glimpse of what we're going to be using tonight. We are going to be using this stamp set, Sweet Sentiments. Awful because it's mirrored image. I'm really sorry. I'm going to show you when we get a little bit closer. It's on page 54 of the Occasions catalog, and the Occasions catalog looks like this. Again, mirrored image. Sorry with the words. But I think it's a sleeper set. I think a lot of people are going to overlook it. There are 11 different greetings in here, and here's why I love it. There is something for everything, including graduation. Now, how many of you are short on graduation announcements? I know, we don't even ever have enough sentiments. So what I decided to do was use this stamp set this month, and I'm coupling it with some other products. I'm going to flip you down to show you so that you get a better look at it too. So let's go ahead and I'm going to flip you down. I know you're going to get an ugly view of the ceiling fan and my punch wall, so just bear with me, and then I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer. So bear with me here first. Okay, I've got you flipped. Just so you know, this is how far away I am standing. I'm literally about 18 inches, so please forgive me if I'm trying to zoom in. There we go. Bear with me. I'm trying to find the center so you can see me. Okay, I think you guys can see me, right? I think so. Yes, someone. I'm waiting for a comment so someone will tell me that you can see this work surface pretty well. I want to make sure that you can see me. All right. Here is the stamp set. It is called Sweet Sentiments, and we're going to be using this tonight for the project that I'm going to be showing you. Again, a little of something for everyone. Now, oh yes, you guys said you can see. Okay, great. The one great thing, of course, Valentine's Day is coming up, and this covers it as well. But it also covers other things. So I wanted to make sure that when you buy stamps in the mail with me, that you really get a comprehensive purchase. But because it's celebration, I wanted to make sure that I gave you an opportunity to use the celebration products and get those for free. So this is the bundle that Studio Stamps in the Mail is. You're going to get this stamp set. You're going to get this paper stack. Oh my goodness gracious. This is called Sending Love. You're going to find all of this on page 15 of the Occasions catalog. There are numerous pages of every print, and I am having a heyday with these patterns. Actually, this is my second package of paper. That's how much I'm loving this. Can't beat this. You're going to get 2 rolls of ribbon. There's red and white, and the great thing about it is, look, it's thin. It's 1/8 inch grosgrain. This white you can color. Did you know that? You can take your markers, your daubers, or your sponges to it, so you can have a color for everything. You're going to get a package of pearls. You're also going to get, what did I do with them? Here they are. You're going to get a package of these. These are the Sending Love embellishments, and I'm going to open them up, but I want to show you. Here they are. So cute, but you're going to giggle. Are you ready? This is how much I've liked them. This is all that's left. I have used so much of it. There are 6 different designs in here of different sizes, so you're going to absolutely love that. And you're also going to get the glassine bags. I have a bonus PDF tutorial on this project so that you will get an idea of what to do with these when you get them with your stamps in the mail. So with your stamps in the mail, you're going to get all these products I just showed you, plus you're going to get the pre-cut supplies to make 8 different cards. And I do all the work for you, so you don't have to do anything but look at the PDF tutorial and the video. I give you both. And your last day to order is tomorrow, but hang in there, because tonight after I do the demonstration, I'm actually going to show you those cards so you can see what's part of Stamps in the Mail. All right, so let me set this aside. I'm working in a small area here, and I'm going to get out my supplies for tonight's card. Okay, we're going to start with a Whisper White cardstock base, and I'm going to fold that in half. Using my bone folder. I'm a big fan of my bone folder. It gives me that nice crisp crease. Keep in mind, if you're leaving comments, I'm pretty short, so I have to get up on my tiptoes to see them. But if you can send me hearts or likes, that would just let me know that you can hear me okay and that you're following along. I can see those. Those are a little bit, they come across the screen a little bit faster. I'm also going to use a piece of basic black cardstock. I'm going to put all the cutting dimensions right here on my Facebook page when we're done. So don't worry about that while we're watching the video. I don't want you to have to like stress out if you're writing it all down or go back and watch it all again. And from that stamp set I just showed you, I am using the Best Guy Ever. Remember I told you Sweet Sentiments. This is part of Studio Stamps in the Mail for this month. Oh, you guys are so sweet with the hearts. Thanks. All right, so I needed a card for Bob the Builder, and I know Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'll be honest with you, I like girly things. But I thought, you know what? He can use a card. So I'm going to come up with something for a guy. Yes, for a guy. I'm using the Whisper White Craft ink pad. Now I want to talk to you about this pad. This is a pigment-based ink. This is different than the regular dye-based pads that most of us use regularly for our stamping. This will work on fabric, and once it's heat set, it is permanent, so please don't get it on your clothes. The other great thing about this ink pad is that it is slow to dry, so you can put embossing powder over it and you can heat set it, so it's great for embossing. But I like to use it straight up out of here. Now because it's slow to dry, it actually has a couple advantages. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stamping. I'm taking my Best Guy Ever and I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to start over here, way on the side. I'm going to create a wallpaper type background. I want to make sure I'm in the middle so you guys can see me. I think I am. All right, and I'm going to press. Now, I'm not going to be really particular about my image coming out perfectly. And please remember that I told you I'm like 18 inches away from, my arms are like really stretched out. So if it's crooked, just give me a little forgiveness, okay? So I'm going to put that here. And you see what I'm doing? I'm creating a pattern. And I want a grungy, used look. I don't want it all pretty and perfect. I don't think Bob the Builder really cares, but there you go. So now we've got that. Really important too with pigment ink, you're going to want to clean this off. So I've got my scrub here. You see it off the camera. One side is wet and one side is dry. And I'm just going to stick that off to the side. I'm going to close this because I have a tendency to wear it. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a wedge of a Stampin' sponge. And I am literally going to go over this and just kind of rub this in. The reason I'm doing this is I want it to look more like a chalkboard look. I don't want that, you know, freshly stamped white look. I want to make it look older, aged, and a little bit chalky. So there you go. So these light and dark areas, the imperfections, are going to work out great for us. That's a foolproof project. All right, I'm going to set that aside. And then I've cut a piece of designer series paper. This is from that packet I just showed you. Absolutely love these papers. And with Stampin' Up, you know, they're all double-sided, so you can have lots of fun. If you go over to my blog and you click on the online classes tab, you'll see under Studio Stamps and Mail, there's a picture of these papers laid out for you so you can get a better look at them. As with all the papers with Stampin' Up, they're double-sided. Don't you love that? You can use it well after the holidays are over. So we've got that piece here. This is really simple. I cut this piece to be layered. So I'm going to put my snail adhesive on the back side. And since I'm doing a Valentine's card for Bob the Builder, we are going to use the little love side. I absolutely love this in different languages. Lots of fun. And we're going to mount that right here in the center, like so. All right, I'm going to set that to the side. The next thing I did is I took another piece of that same designer series paper and I just cut a little tiny strip. And we're going to create banner tips here. The easiest way to do this is with your paper snips. So take your scissors and make a small slit right in the middle of the paper here. And then you're going to go from the corner to the top of that slit on both sides. But by making the slit first, you know what you've just done is you've almost guaranteed a perfect angle every single time. The further you slit it, the deeper the banner tip will be. So if you want it not so deep, then don't slit it so much. So there we go. We've got a nice banner there. I'm going to set that aside. And we're just about ready to put this card together, but I've got another thing I'm going to do. Let's start by assembling, and then I'll show you that last couple steps that I'm going to do here. All right, so here we go. I've got my piece here, and I'm going to add adhesive to the back. My adhesive, I think, it's brand new, so I got to try to get it started. Do you guys ever have that happen sometimes, or when it's nearing the end, it's being temperamental? All right, I want to offset this. I want this to be fun, something different. So I'm going to go a little bit this way, and I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back of this one. And this one I'm actually going to offset in the other direction. So we've got a little bit of interest going on here. Now I'm going to rub from the back, because remember, this is pigment ink and it's slow to dry. You don't want to get that all over everything. So I want to make sure I'm real careful with that. And there we go. So we've got that. Do you know what I forgot? I forgot the banner. I knew I was going to do that. Darn it all. I'm going to stick it in there. Let's stick it in there. You guys do that too. Have you ever done that when you're making a card or you're casing a card and you're like, darn it all, I forgot to put that piece on. All right, watch. I'm going to give you a little tip. If you do this and you make the same mistake, let me teach you about huffing. You know, if you put adhesive on it, and you've used a ton of adhesive, because I know you guys do, you all do. All I want you to do is what I call the Darth Vader technique, okay? You're literally going to take this near your mouth and you're going to huff on it. And your breath is going to moisten the adhesive to lift it. 9 times out of 10, it comes out without even marring it. I know. You're probably giggling, but you know what? It's a lifesaver. It has saved me many, many times. So there we go. I'm going to put my banner right here. I'm going to move that over so it's not hanging out. And of course, my fingers are stuck underneath there. All right. You got to love the whole wisdom of live television, because you can't change anything. It's just the way it is. All right, so now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to press again. So remember that Darth Vader technique when you're stamping. So if you've made that same mistake I did, you can fix it. Let's go ahead and let's do something fun to this card. I'm going to add an embellishment, but I'm going to save that. I'm going to bring out a small scrap of Whisper White cardstock. And from that exact same stamp set, there is this sentiment that says, love is in the airmail. And it's got a little heart on it and some lines. And I'm like, well, I think this is going to work. But I don't want the rest of it. So here's where our markers come in. I'm going to use the red and the black. Of course, everything with Stampin' Up! Is color coordinated. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. All right, so we're going to use the brush side. So there's a side that's thinner for writing or journaling for scrapbookers, and the side that's for coloring. So I'm going to use the brush side. When I actually color directly on the stamp, I always like to start with my lightest color first. It's a Lisa thing, but I think it's a good rule of thumb, because if you get the darker where the lighter's got to be, you've got a whole big mess. So I'm literally going to go over here with the red, right over the heart. And I'm far away, so you guys are going to have to give me a little grace here. I'm trying to get it right on there. Am I doing okay? All right, and then the next step is going to be the basic black. I'm going to use the exact same side. But this time I want only the lines. I don't want any of that text because I'm not going to use it today. So this is a great way for you to maximize the greetings and the stamp sets that you already own at home. All right, we got to moisten this again, so we're going to huff. Darth Vader again. Oh, look, it's upside down. Not that it matters, but we're going to press. So look, I've got a little heart with some lines. Just a little small little sentiment here. Cleaning my stamp on my Stampin' Scrub. Absolutely love that. Classic label punch. Again, another product I think is really overlooked in the annual catalog. We are going to punch this out. So I'm going to line this up all the way kind of over here. I'm going to leave some white space here. You guys with me? I may maybe move that over just a little bit. All right, I'm going to punch that out. That now has given me this. But you know what? I kind of want to mimic this. I want a little theme going on here. So I'm going to put this back in. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm putting this back in, and do you see this right here? This is going to give us that banner tip, and I'm going to punch. So now that same punch has done double duty. Kind of fun, huh? We're going to add some dimensionals to the back. You're probably thinking, those aren't dimensionals. Well, yeah, they are, because this is what I do. When I get them and I know I have something small and these are not going to fit, take your scissors. This is just a great tip, and cut up the center. So now you have half. It's going to fit so much better. So I keep some of these chopped up and I leave them here in the studio so that when I'm putting my cards together, when I need these small pieces, they are ready to go. So I'm going to put two little half dimensionals here, and I have very short fingernails, so I like to press in the center of the dimensional with my nail. That'll help lift the paper backing off. So if you struggle with that, try that tip. That works really, really good. Okay, so here's my card. And what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to use this to showcase my best guy ever. So I'm going to lay that right here. So now I'm holding them on. But remember, we talked about those embellishments. So I've got one of these. And for some reason now I lost my other one. It was in my bag a second ago. And I want to use one of, well, maybe I don't have a small one. Look, I told you I used them all. Holy cow, these have been awesome. I'll show you the other card I made in just a second. I want to add a little bit of a wooden heart here, probably near here, the center. You know what? It's wood. It goes really good for the guys. All right, silicone craft mat. Absolutely love this. I think it's a must-have for every paper crafter. But I'm going to show you a way to use it tonight that you've probably not used it before. You are going to put a little bit of glue right here on the craft mat. Now remember, this is silicone and it will not stick. So don't worry about it making a mess here, because it won't. I've taken a sponge. I add a little binder clip to kind of keep my fingers clean. And I'm going to put glue on this piece. I don't know about you, but every time I use liquid glue, I get a whole bunch of glue where I don't want it. So what I'm doing is I'm actually applying it to actually where I need it. This stuff is super, super strong. And then I'm going to press here, and I'm going to hold it for just a couple seconds, because remember, we've actually just kind of diluted that, if you would, by just sponging it on. Now, there's some of you that are going, oh no, what about the sponge? Oh no, what about the silicone mat? Don't worry, I'm going to show that to you in just a second. All right, so look at our card. Cute, huh? I think Bob the Builder will like it because it's not too feminine. There's just another way for you to use that paper. This can be rinsed out with dish soap and water and let it air dry. And all you have to do now is you just have to rub this off when it dries, and it just goes away. It's a beauty of the silicone mat. That is just a great tip for you. So super cute, easy card. I want to show you, I'm going to pull this one out really quick, of the one that I originally made. Do you see how I doubled up the heart here? That's from those embellishments we just talked about. But I don't have any left because I used them all. I absolutely love those. And again, this is all part of the studio stamps in the mail. Tomorrow is the last day to order. You want to see one more project with the same bundle of products? Here you go. Here's one more. I know I sound kind of raspy and I do apologize for that. You guys like the card? Yay! This one is also part of that exact same stamp set. I'm telling you guys, this is a sleeper set. You've got to have this. It's got everything in it. Everything. So here we got Everyone Needs a Friend Like You. I added the few pearls, which are also part of Studio Stamps in the Mail. I doubled up those little embellishments. Did you notice here that there's negatives and positives, and they actually fit together? So look at, I just put them together. And I added a little bit of the ribbon. That's also part of Studio Stamps in the Mail with that whole package this month. And I made just another really cute, simple card. Do you guys like this one too? All right, so here's the one I demoed and here's your alternate. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna flip you back around. Well, actually I'm not. I'm gonna show you the cards this way because I think you get a better view. These are the cards that are coming up in Studio Stamps in the Mail. Please remember, tomorrow is the last day. And then Monday morning, first thing, that order's going in for all this product for those people that have ordered for it. Here is the first card that will be part of Studio Stamps in the Mail. Here is the second. Here is the third. Cuteness, huh? And here is the fourth. Check out that. How do you like that for something different? Fun, fun stuff. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to flip you around. When I was designing this for the Studio Stamps in the Mail for January, you guys, I'm so glad you like it, yay! I thought, how many Valentine's Day does the average person need cards for? Not too many. So I didn't want to limit you to a stamp set that was specifically for that one holiday. I wanted to give you a stamp set I knew you could use all year round to get the most for your money. So that's why I chose that stamp set. And I also chose that bundle of product to show you how versatile it can be. Red and black can be for guys or girls, young or old, it doesn't matter. So that's all part of what's coming up for Studio Stamps in the Mail. You guys are making me feel really good with the little hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you so much. You like the cards, yay. So head over to my blog. The way you can do that is clicking on the Learn More button here at the top of my Facebook page. That will direct you automatically to my blog. Once you're there, click on the Online Classes tab, and then you'll see PDF tutorials and Studio Stamps in the Mail. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think I'm right. You get everything that includes shipping, by the way, the PDF, the pre-cut supplies, you're gonna get the video, you're gonna get all these goodies, and your choice of a free celebration product. Free, completely free. You get to choose for, I think it's $69 and change, and that includes postage. You don't ever have to worry about postage. I'm trying to see if I missed anything else. Oh, you know what? And here's the other great thing. I almost forgot the big thing. When you order Studio Stamps in the Mail with me, you automatically get an invitation to join me for Live with Lisa, which is held in a private Facebook group. It's just like this, but it's in a private group. I do multiple demonstrations. I also give you all the PDF tutorials, not just for what I demonstrate, but for alternate ideas like I just showed you. You get all the tutorials, and I give away product prizes while we're there. Do you have to be live? Absolutely not. Facebook records it for those people that have been invited. I really, really hope that you'll join us. I know some of you that are here with me tonight live have done Studio Stamps in the Mail with me before. So if you would just leave a comment on how you've liked it, why you've liked it, it might help those that are just thinking about giving it a try. All right, I think that wraps it up. I know, short and sweet. I'm out under an hour. Should be very proud of me. I think it's the Sudafed kicking in. It's kind of speeded me up a little bit. So again, I apologize for the rapsy voice, but I wanted to wish you all a happy new year. And I'm so glad that you joined me. And I look forward to, oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I told you it's Sudafed. It's a bad thing. I want to show you the bundles I'm going to be using and Live with Lisa that comes up on January 21st. Now remember, this is for people that have bought Studio Stamps in the Mail or have placed a $25 product order. That's all there is. I have tweaked that from 35 to 25 because so many people said, we want in, we want in. And of course I want you in. So I lowered it to $25. Let me pull it out. First, I've got projects for Dragonfly Dreams and the Framelits. I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably going to be one of the biggest products in the Occasions catalog. It's going to be super, super popular. And I came up with lots of ideas for this. I think 5. So you're going to get the PDF for all 5, and I'm going to demonstrate with that one. And the other one that's coming up January 21st is Special Reason, and it's got cording framelits as well, called Stylish Stems. So I'm going to be using both of those products in Live with Lisa. Get your private invitation to come and join us, $25 online order or studio stamps in the mail. I'd sure love to be there with you. Okay, I think I'm finally done. Look at 25 minutes. I should get an award for that. I really should. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Happy New Year to all of you. Stay healthy and safe and warm. We're going to stay warm here in Florida too. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great night.